Hello, welcome, or welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. My name is Liz. I will be guiding you on this journey today. I haven't even actually chosen a deck. I just, the energy was available for me to make this little intro. I'm like, am I going to be an intro girly? Yeah, for the time being. At least for this series of readings, there is going to be an intro. I want to set intentions at the beginning, or at least share with you my intention that I always have for every single reading that I do, whether it's on YouTube or one-on-one personal readings. I am not psychic. I am not claiming to be. I do know these cards. And my intention is for the message to come through me, not from me. For your highest good, for my highest good. We're just two friends reading tarot together. So anyway, I do also try to share the meaning of each card because you have your own intuition, and obviously you're the person that's involved in your own life, right? So I share the meaning of each card so that you can discern, you can listen to your own guidance around each card for sorry, I closed my eyes and all of a sudden I got lost. I am naturally a blonde. I immediately heard blonde moment. Anyway, I closed my eyes and I got lost. Bro. Anyway, okay. So yeah, you have your own intuition. You're the one, right, that's involved in your own life. I want you to know the meanings of each card so that you can also receive your own message, right? Listen to yourself. The whole reason I even give tarot readings is for you to return to yourself, for you to listen to yourself, which is why I'm probably not telling you anything you don't know already, right? I'm more than likely confirming or affirming things for you. No doubt your intuition is see, told you. But also, I do think that is important. I think that's an important part because once you know for sure, right? Once you have that confirmation, it's that you can free up the energy for what's next. You have confirmation. Now what? Right? Now what? So I haven't even really chosen a deck yet. Did I say that? This is a deck that I was thinking of in my mind's eye. Let's see if it even wants to do the reading or not. Do you want to do the tarot readings? Yeah, okay. That was the Ace of Cups. I do that for every reading too. Consent over here. Is there anything else that I wanted to say? If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would absolutely love it if you did, because honestly, community is becoming a big thing for me in what's next for me. So let's get on to the reading. Great. So this is a reading for Libra. Wherever Libra shows up in your chart, I hope you're all doing well. We have the Four of Pentacles, holding on to something a little too tight. Maybe feeling strapped. Totally get that. I also kind of get a hiding out. Hiding out or kind of strapping down. Ooh. Ooh. So we have the Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, 10 of Wands, the Chariot, the Sun, 2 of Wands. Honestly, it's kind of interesting how, I don't know. There's 2 cards for each. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it comes out. The World at the bottom of the deck. I love that. This is so interesting. So, okay, yeah, we were talking about the Four of Pentacles, and you can see it okay. I know there tends to be a glare from the light. I'll just pull it down here just to be sure for now. And then I'll move it back up when I'm done talking about the Four of Pentacles. So yeah, I just, because like there's this brick wall here and it feels like they're like kind of slouched behind it. And to me, like it was just kind of, again, like hiding out. Even too, I mean, like it's Pentacles. It has to do with money. So it could also even be like stashing cash and not telling anybody about it, which whatever. There's nothing wrong with that either. But it does, like, just because they're holding on to all these pentacles here, they're kind of crouched down behind this wall here. It could even just be trying to build a little bit of a nest egg, or even just to feel a little bit more secure, because shit's fucking crazy right now, right? Like, who knows what the next day, the next week, the next month, whatever is going to look like. And it's almost like creating a sense of security for yourself, because, there's these three pentacles that are being hidden, but there's this one pentacle that would be showing above the wall, right? So again, it's like telling people that maybe you don't have a lot of money, or you can't afford to, like, if your friend asks you to go out to eat and you're like, I really can't afford to go out to eat. Like, you could, but again, right, you're like kind of in like a squirrel with their nuts right now, just kind of like stockpiling. That is so interesting to me. Like, literally the amount of times that I have seen this specific Four of Pentacles, and it has never come across that way. And we have the Ten of Wands and the Chariot down here. The Ten of Wands is burden, but also too, this even feels like to me about acquiring resources, because the amount of stuff that this person could do with these 10 wands, right? I mean, they could build themselves a little retreat. Like, that came through to me. Not that you're necessarily, I mean, maybe you are planning on like building your own house or something. I mean, that certainly can be, but it's just like the energy of that, right? It's like kind of hoarding resources so that if the worst of times happens, you would again feel a bit more secure. Tens are also a completion. Wands have to do with the actions that we take, the motivation behind the actions that we take, creativity, passion. I also see wands as being information by way of experience, because that's what you get by trying things, by taking action towards something. What works? What doesn't work? What do you like? What don't you like? What do you need and what don't you need, right? Like, what's important and what's not. So these 10 wands to me also like signify like a skill set, or, kind of carrying life, like experience with you. And sometimes that can feel like a burden. And truly, this could also even be holding on too tight to something, not releasing something, whether that's emotionally, whether that's a physical object, a physical place. It could be even having to do with your health, because pentacles have to do with our physical body and how we're treating it. The 10 of Wands would signify hardship, feeling like those things have been a burden, feeling like you've had to maybe even carry that burden a lot on your own. But we have the Chariot here, which is Cancer. And that talks about things moving forward, being guided forward, overcoming obstacles, being focused. These horses represent the dark and light, quote unquote, energies, right? The shadow side of us and the quote unquote light side of us, the duality of that, even the masculine and feminine energy. yin and yang, right? And being in control of those things, like being able to guide those things forward. And again, I mean, it very well could just be like getting those things in and under control, whatever the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands would signify for you. Feeling like you have more of a grip on them, right? Whether it is creating a sense of stability for yourself, even if it is a burden right now, if it has to do with your health, your work, your, how you make your income, whatever it is, there is this movement forward. And it is also too about being divinely guided. I also love how on their armor here is the sun. And we have the sun card out here. Even the duality between the sun and the moon. The sun would be represented by the white horse. The moon would be represented by the black horse. The sun is how we present ourselves, how other people see us. The moon is how we relate. Like, the sun would be our public image. The moon would be our private image, or, kind of what we do behind closed doors, right? Not that it has to be. I kind of said that in a way of like, But, I mean, nobody knows what happens behind closed doors unless you're behind those doors also, Interesting. But then we have the Ace of Cups. It's kind of funny how over here, right, this feels just a bit more, I don't know, limiting, or what is the word I'm looking for? Disciplined, a little more controlled. Not that is a bad thing at all, right? But over here, it just feels more inviting, more welcoming, where this feels more closed. The Ace of Cups, aces are brand new. The cup is overflowing. Doves represent what? Purity, freedom, a gentle approach to life. I Googled it. Loving without judgment or expectation, accepting yourself and others as they are, embracing the true essence of compassion. It truly is your cup being full to the point of overflowing. Feeling, a sense of hope. There's this lotus here, and the whole thing with a lotus is that it grows from the bottom of the swamp or the pond, right? And it has to snake its way. It has to find its way through murky water. And then it blooms or it blossoms into this beautiful flower on top of that same murky ass water that it just found its way through. So it's also to even wherever you may be in your process, right? It's allowing yourself to reach for the surface. And too, if you are just really in your emotions, right? Allowing yourself to move through them. Even, finding ways to fill your own cup, right? I mean, how do you get recharged? What are the things that fill your cup? What is your relationship to love, whether that's with yourself, with other people? The Sun card is Leo. Interesting. We have Cancer and Leo here. Mars just went into Leo. It was doing this thing between Leo and Cancer for the last 7 months, which was just effed, I think, for a lot of people. It was really difficult for a lot of people. Maybe this was work related too. Just things not going well. I feel like the Chariot is saying that that energy is freeing up now, especially over here. The Ace of Cups, the Sun, is everything good. It's joy. It's bliss. It is feeling rejuvenated. The sun also talks about rebirth. I always say, like, anytime the sun card comes out too, I always mention the need for vitamin D, especially, at least in the northern hemisphere. It's, spring, it's getting warmer. Maybe allowing yourself to sit out in the sun 5-10 minutes, whatever, just because truly, like, the importance of vitamin D anyway, like, really super low vitamin D. And I think a lot of, especially in the United States, it's like some crazy number, like 80% of people are deficient in vitamin D. Like, my vitamin D was like 10 or something the last time I had it checked. So I've been supplementing vitamin D with K2. And I've also been trying to force myself to sit outside for 5 or 10 minutes, especially if I'm like scrolling on TikTok or something in the morning. I'm like, go sit outside and fucking scroll on TikTok, right? Like, a couple minutes. And two, look at this wall. On the other side of this wall, right? That's kind of interesting. I mean, I know they're not the same wall. They don't look the same. Whatever. It's just, it's like the symbolism. I almost said symbology. Is that even a word? Anyway, whereas like over here, what is also interesting, over here, there's only one person on each card. Isolation, maybe, right? With the 10 of wands, just kind of feeling like having to carry a lot of stuff on your own. I still feel like the Chariot is like, the energy is available to move past that. We have the Ace of Cups, which is something new in the realm of feelings, in the realm of even, a perspective, like, just feeling hopeful. And then there's these two people on the Sun card. It doesn't necessarily have to be like relationship wise. It certainly can be, but it could be community. It could be friends. It could be work wise. But there is something good because it's on the Sun card. And then even in this Two of Wands, there are two people here, even though like we can only see one of them, but there's somebody else's hand on one of these wands. So this person is holding the Ace of Wands. This other person is holding their own Ace of Wands, and it's like their paths cross. There could be some type of trade going on here. But also, too, it could just be, like linking paths with somebody. The Two of Wands talks about planning for the future because you have your Ace of Wands, which is kind of that spark, that new fire, that new excitement, a desire shows up. You develop a passion for something. And the Two of Wands is like, okay, now what am I going to do with this? Like, what is possible? What are the actions that I want to take towards this thing? And since there are two people on this card and they're kind of holding this, I don't know if I kind of see it as just like a crystal ball. But, who knows? I mean, that could literally represent anything. Somebody having the energy for a thing, the skill, the expertise, even the curiosity to want to try out a thing also. It's interesting that the only element that we're missing here is air. We have cups, we have pentacles, we have fire. It could even be sharing the burden. We have the 10 of Wands at the beginning. We have the Two of Wands at the end. Coming to some sort of arrangement, some sort of agreement. But it would also, like, it would benefit both. Or it would benefit you and whatever this other person, place, thing, noun, whatever it is. The World card at the bottom of the deck, like a culmination, something coming to completion. Even, this wreath or what is that called? Like horse races at the end of the race, they put that thing on the horse, it's not called a wreath, is it? Like whatever that is called. But something is coming to an end here. Some cycle, some energy, like truly the lesson that you have been in is coming to a close so that the next thing can begin. Beautiful. I'm leaving it there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I will talk to you soon. Bye.